Lock in and get used to it, because by the time we get to the 7-day forecast, we're going to find out that these freezing cold temps aren't going anywhere. And really, at this point in time, what's the difference between what we saw this morning with negative wind chills and that 1979 record that was 12 below for this February 9th? Here's where we stand right now. A whole bunch of teens to low 20s, not a huge separation as far as what we're seeing temperature-wise. Do have the gap with wind chill numbers, barely above zero up to the north, whole bunch of 2s from Yates Center, Iola, and Fort Scott. Carthage now sits at 7. You get below I-44, we actually do have some 20s there in Anderson and in Grove, but on and below I-44, that's going to be another problem area for tonight, because it's not only going to be the extreme cold that keeps on penetrating down to the south, but here for the next couple of days, you're starting to see a little bit of it right there. A little bit of that Gulf moisture beginning to pop up. We're going to have a collision course between the moisture and also to the freezing temps. So we've got winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, still ranging just about in that same area that they were yesterday. This up here, those are wind chill warnings, an idea of how dangerously cold it is. Now, ours aren't as expansive, the winter weather advisory encompassing 6 of our highlighted counties, but extended all the way until Thursday morning. These were set to expire this morning. National Weather Service said now it's going to be too cold and that moisture keeps on popping up. An idea that we're a long way from out of the fray. And also, too, remember, just because your county may not be indicated doesn't mean you're not going to run into slick spots on the road. Heavy cloud cover, sun wouldn't do us any good anyway. And when we talk about storm reports, you see the ice icons. Specifically, we want to target right here along and south of I-44, because while we've been able to keep the majority of the snow in the central and northern portions, the freezing rain is what really hampers travel down to the south. Stuck in the low 20s later on today. As far as what we're going to have overnight, temperatures don't want to budge. The important thing is nighttime freezing rain and snow. So let's talk about that. Remember, we talked about the Gulf moisture colliding with the freezing temps. Here we go. Everything moves from south to north. After it gets up and round up in this area, it's going to stay as snow and move up to the north. It's really, this is what I want to isolate right here. That's why we saw those winter weather advisories for those 6 specific counties, because this thing continues to train all the way into Wednesday morning. Also, too, you got to go down to Tulsa, OKC. Probably advise against it, because it's just going to be a mess tomorrow as well. So is 49 coming out of Joplin, heading down to the south, and 44 even up towards Springfield. Not going to be looking much better. Look at how that thing just continues to ride the Gulf moisture. Then Wednesday afternoon, we begin to turn our attention to snow that's going to streak through in the north, while the freezing rain just continues to roll through. So just need everybody very, very careful, especially if you're headed down to the north right there. And it's going to be a long time before we get any melt with this either. Reason being, our temperatures just locked in below 20 just about every day this week. So as we transition, there's Freeman Health System Sky Camera. It's frosted campus. I wanted to show the national picture, show how that moisture just continues to move up out of Texas and the Arklatex region, and the cold Arctic air just right on us. We're about to, that line right there, we're on that dividing line. You know, sometimes it's even better when we get a little snow. 7-day forecast will show you that anything that hits the ground, not going to go anywhere. We're actually going to get colder as we progress toward Valentine's Day weekend. Overnight lows dropping down into single digits, if not negative. Next, looks like our next break after we get through Thursday is actually going to be Friday. Then we'll pick back up with some snow on Saturday.
We get a little break on Friday. That's good.
Need it. Going to need it by then.
Hopefully we can, not really warm enough to get anything cleared up, but we'll need it. That's for sure.
Don't forget, complete list of closings, bottom of your screen, organizations, businesses, activities, and schools.
Schools, yeah. Thought you already said that one. We'll be watching those. All right, thanks, Michael. We take